Let me know when I'm good. Thanks.
Okay, I've just pressed the intro. Now. Now. Now.
Hello everybody, welcome to the second practice session then for the Quick Fit British Touring Car Championship. We are trackside at Brands Hatch. The penultimate weekend should have been raining, wet and miserable. In fact, we've got beautiful sunshine and boiling hot heat as well. Hello everybody, alongside me is Tom Kearns as well. Tom, welcome. We've bumped into each other by chance, former eSport commentators unite as well. JT's still behind the camera, we'll be swapping in and out throughout. But Tom, how are you finding Brands? Your first time here, same as me as well.
It's been brilliant so far. Of course, my first time at Brands Hatch, and obviously to see a lot of the other championships other than BTCC as well. And obviously we've got minis, of course there's someone who I know that's competing in it. And it's not the first time I've seen BTCC. I went to Donington earlier this year for the season open.
Oh, I was there. We should have met there.
I think we did bump into each other.
I think we did. And I was probably JT holding a camera.
I probably just bypassed you or something like that. Do you know what I mean?
Easily
it's
done.
a rainy day though. Can you remember?
Yes, I did. My stuff dried out. I've got new boots because of it. It's completely dried. But we're going to go right up there. So we've actually come to the worst possible part. Now, you're connected to me, so we can move around. JT's free, so he can go wherever he likes. But I'll tell you one thing, Tom. I've just said it. It's clouding over now. So there's a big black cloud coming in from Paddock Hill, but the cars are out on the circuit. So if you can just about hear me over the cars, what are you going to be expecting then ahead of qualifying later on? Who's your big money on? Sutton or Ingram?
My view's been the most consistent over the course of the season. I mean, mind you,
Yes, yeah.
takes the first point of the race. Because you do get a point taking pole position for the first race. And then it's come down to pretty much tomorrow because all three races are on the Sunday for those who are new to Bristol. And it should be a spectacular occasion for these guys. They know what a season finale is like. They're very experienced. Tom Ingram, 2022 champion. He's been in this situation before multiple times. And he's got a chance to really go for it tomorrow.
And my money is definitely going to be on Tom Ingram, though. But if it's a wet race, those BMWs have an awesome start. So no matter what's going on there, they are really going to be, cream of the crop going through. Now, we're just moving up to the top here, letting people come through. Sorry. So we're just walking up to the top of where the commentary boxes are. So toilets down here, I believe. This is the, the Brabham Stewart suite as well. I'm trying to think which side you're on for me as well. So that's the view of the paddock. But we're going up, right up. So that's the best view. Go on, Tom. I'll walk ahead. I'll walk behind you. But JT Ingram's just gone through in the Bristol Street Motors car, and it's windy atop. I think we found the best view in the seat, best view in the house, Tom. I'll pretend I can hear you right now. Yeah. Chilton's off. Chilton just went off straight in front of us here. So that was a bit of an exciting one to look down on. What a view from the top here then. So we just made a mistake coming into Graham Hill Bend as well. And I'll tell you one thing though, Tom, you can catch the wind from up here. So from where we are, they've got that all the way through Paddock Hill towards Joyce. That headwind going up the hill is really going to affect them, isn't it?
The way the wind is blowing. Because I had this issue last weekend where you saw drivers coming through at quite fast speeds, and the wind's obviously taking its toll on the drivers a little bit through the faster corners like Paddock Hill Bend. And what makes it even more challenging is that you've got that deep line down, as well as the speed coming this way. I mean, the way I'm feeling the wind, it feels like it's coming this way, so it's a side wind when you go into Paddock Hill Bend down. And obviously through Druids, it's a headwind coming through this way. So it could make braking very tricky actually, because if you brake too early, the driver behind you will end up second guessing. And that's what things could get rather messy. You just see all those heading through Panicle Bend. There is Finland Grand Pop who's just gone through Panicle Bend. And there you go. They know the course very well. They've been there earlier in the year when they raced on. We obviously raced on the Grand Prix layout this weekend. And it just underlines the challenge. It's a fine way to finish a British car season around it. Of course, those who are old enough to remember Formula 1 used to racing.
Yeah.
Section, that's when Jack Levine's had his fitness absolutely. Albert ended the spot I don't know. But of course, Nigel Mansell had one more memories around here. Picked up his first Grand Prix victory back in 1985, the European Grand Prix. But back to the British touring car side of things, they've had their practice session. They know what the course is like, but I can imagine the wind will have picked up from this morning.
Yeah. One thing that I'm certainly getting here as well is the fact we were just looking. We just saw Tom Ingram was alongside here as well as Roborn comes in. Ingram takes a very tight line in paddock, drifts it out almost onto the gravel, and then by the time he swings it into Druids as well, he's got a perfect exit. It's Camish coming through now. Just trying to have a look. Such a Grand Prix long loop here as well. Dal de Jong coming through below us here as well at the moment. And he's having to stop because there goes Chilton. There's Jake Hill. Morgan, who topped this morning's session, going through. So they've done a lap. But there's Huff. I think Ingram's going to come through now. There's Zelos. Yeah, wide line for the Bristols with the front end. Off it there. Lock up, I think, from Cookie. But actually, what a view to watch it from. It's really good, isn't it, at the top here? There's Turkington. Osborne. I'm waiting for Ingram, but yeah. What do you think of the nappers then? There he is. Watch Ingram. Locks up actually on the front brake. Swings it in wide. Puts it up really loose. The back steps out. Watch him, JT. Get the tracking on him. Oh, he's up there. He's watching as well. But so Tom, watch. As he comes out, the car will step out. Oh, he's backed off. But you see, he's got an arc view down into Graham Hill. That's quite nice.
Well, he went through Druids and he backed up out of it because I think he realised that because he went offline into Panicle Bend, he lost all the time that he would have needed. And it's a short lap round here anyway, and the tenths or even the hundredths of tenths could make all the difference between starting on pole or maybe starting from 6th or 7th on the grid or wherever. So, he kind of backed out a bit. He's got loads of the jobs anyway, so he wants to save the tyres for the remainder of the weekend. I'm not 100% sure what the allocation is for slicks in a British touring car. I heard something like 8 or something.
8 sets a piece usually, isn't it? Yeah.
I think some unlimited rule for wets, but I don't think we're going to need them. We just saw.
I think it was Hill and Chilton. I think.
He kind of got in the way a little bit there, so Hill just backed out. He's like immediately. Yeah, I'm glad he was on. But yeah, track position's going to be key. Obviously, this year has been a reduced grid in British touring cars compared to previous year. But some are still trying to get in the way of it. It's vitally important that the race engineer tells the drivers, because it's more difficult to do in these cars because obviously it's close to the side.
Yeah.
See where the drivers are behind. It's the engineer's responsibility to inform the driver when they're going out of the pits or wherever they are around the circuit that there's a car coming up behind you, because the last thing you want is a grid job for race 1.
Now, I don't know if there's another one of these access points on the other side of the grandstand, so we can see the second half of the second. JT's shaking his head no. So we're going to have to go up close and personal. How long we got left? About 20 minutes or so? Oh, the opening, yeah, 20 minutes. So what we're going to do now is we're going to head round through paddock, and then we're going to head over the bridge right up close to the cars at Druid. Sound good? Have you been to Druid yet? Yeah. Let's go down there and have a look. I tell you what, I suffer a bit with vertigo. Not much, but I don't know if you know. I've been holding on to the banister for dear life because I feel like I'm going to get blown away. This is certainly a spot and a half, isn't it, for the race on Sunday morning? I'm definitely coming back here. See, this is what you get with Media Pass, but you can actually I'm not going to say that because otherwise everyone will be here. So let's head back down. You're behind me, so let's go down. One at a time. Watch your step, everybody, to come through. As they all pop, bang, whiz behind us. 3 o'clock, so we're on here slightly earlier for the British Touring Car Quali. JT, I'm assuming that session starts at 3:40. Yeah, 3:40. Yeah, he's nodding. So we've got Paul O'Neill at 3 because he's been in the ITV comms box at the moment. Sure, I think there is actually another way through because I've just seen them not go through. We'll find that out later to see if there is one. Can everyone still hear me back at home? Megan, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Tell you what, JT, just take a quick look on the camera over there. Megan, do you spy that little Ayrton Senna flag?
Yeah.
It's the same one that we've got up in our comms box.
Do you mean that one?
Oh. Yes, that one there. Yes. Yeah. Down we come. Oh, God, it really sweeps your wind. Oops. Nearly lost the specs as well to come through. Okay, JT. Hello. JT, where are you behind me? What have you been expecting then ahead of this one? Yeah, let me take that for a second. And I'll swing it around on you. You can take the camera. What have you been thinking about this weekend then?
It's been quite good. It's going to be an amazing weekend, and I am here for it. I'm very excited.
We'll get you on more in the races. Hello. If somebody bought me flowers, I'd be extremely delighted. I think we've crossed them. We need to spin around like that. If I'm not, yeah? I have no idea. The leads have got so tangled up, but we started on one side of each other and on the other. So, there's another view from the grandstand area. And it's always spotting around for junior drivers because, as well you know, Tom, with working in Formula One, yes, you've been trackside for a lot of the time. Not you've been in big and hill, haven't you, media, for a while? That's what I was going to say, yeah.
Obviously, I've been in Donington for this year. I know what it's like there. So I've a sort of rough idea because I've stood outside the garages of BTCC and you can just see how it's so relaxed. It must be between the races, really, across the 2 days. And, yeah, just hopefully there won't be too many issues. Really just racing all the way through.
It really has picked up a lot, hasn't it, this wind? I've just noticed it as we're coming down. Now, JT, I'm banishing you. Go and take a look. We've got the wireless, so we're fine. Go and show that elevation change at Paddock Hill Bend. Because this, when you're here first time here, same as me, Tom. So I think we both were in awe when we walked down here. And we could see the absolute sheer size, the drop you get from Paddock Hill all the way down up Hayward Hill. It's insane, isn't it? As JT gets a wonderful angle.
You're obviously on that decline down to the and then up. So, obviously, because if you touch that gravel, your lap's ruined at that point.
Yeah.
So, you've got to nail the turn.
We saw the minis earlier.
Yes, we did actually. Yes, the minis had it earlier on. Yeah.
Yeah. The remainder of the traffic, but they seem to be acclimatised very well with what's going on. The track is developing. The track will be already at its peak. There you go. Sorry about that.
No worries. JT's filming the gazebos and the cameras. Go on.
About maybe coming towards the end of the year now, people kind of a little bit under the weather, aren't they? So
Yes.
Fantastic to see fans out in force, supporting their drivers, or even if it's just a neutral, it's to enjoy the racing. It's a good weekend out for everyone here at Brands. So yeah, they're going to be looking forward to a great day of racing tomorrow. There's some racing happening today. Obviously, we've got the season finale of British F4. Abby Pulliam featuring that. The younger brother of Holly racing this weekend. He's only just come through from the Continental recently raced in the Euro 4 Championship at the Red Bull Ring recently. But now he's competing this weekend. And of course, Ella Lloyd.
Yes, I want to get a word with Ella Lloyd if we see her as well. And I want to get a word with, of course, Abby Pulling and Alice Powell. I saw Alice. She's down at Tucker. I think I spy Chloe, if I'm not mistaken. I can't see quite well. You've got your glass on, so I can't quite tell. No, they're just going through Porsche technical. Right, JT, is it down there or is it along the wooden path? How do we get? Right, Megan, you can see the timing screen. What's happening out there? Who's top of the timing sheets?
Sutton is currently top of the timing sheet with a 1:30.505. Turkington in second with a 1:30.612, only a tenth behind. And then in third is Morgan with being 2 tenths behind with a 1:30.765.
Cheers, Megs. Can you hear me, Megan?
Yes.
Are we still broadcasting? Excellent. Just double checking. Thanks, Megs.
I'm
So,
just intrigued
yeah,
by a
actually-
boat race on the
so-
TV.
Say again?
I'm intrigued by a boat race on the TV. We're
When
winning.
is it true by a boat race? All right, fair dues. I don't know why she's watching a boat race in the middle. Must keep your mind on the motor racing, you know. We are at Brands Hatch. What a view
I can
here!
multitask.
Wow. The entry into Paddock Hill was Tingham. It's a big drop. I'm surprised. I'm surprised they didn't call it Pilgrim's Drop. That's on the other side.
But do you know something about Tommy? I remember having a conversation with Alex Bundle about it a while back. He was always fascinated by touring cars. Even though he may have had a successful junior career, touring cars was always something. Enjoying life out there. Don't know Brands is his favourite circuit, but it feels like it is because you can tell by how hard he's pushing, even for the extra thousands of a second through every single corner of the lap. It's very much giving it everything, and within good reason. Now that he's got.
Are you going to be on the grid? Because we're going to be on the grid for that. If whoever was there. You going before the end of the? Are you going before the end of it?
I won't be on. I'll be a spectator.
That is a shame because if you could get down, we're going to be on the grid, so it makes more sense. But yeah,
It would be brilliant, but sadly not.
JT's getting some fantastic shots. If you're watching us on the YouTube stream and Twitch as well, we've got the camera in the bottom with all of the data. You've got timing screens. You've got driver tracker, so you know more than me, Tom, and JT at the moment. Qualifying later, we're going to pick. Me and JT are going to pick one spot. And that's where we'll have all our down there on the infield section, yeah. So, yeah, I'm getting the hurry up. We've got to go if we want to get touring cars down there as well. Because we've got until 12. Well, how long is after the session, Megan?
15 minutes.
I didn't hear that. She said 16 minutes.
15!
15 minutes. Thank you, Megan. So, yeah, it's gone so dark, you don't even need glasses anymore. Yes! That's a brilliant idea by me. Let's take us through the worst part of the track where there's a nice pavement just there. That is exactly the same position. That's a genius idea from me.
It's like you want
come
your
into
shoes
it.
to get ruined.
What I really want to do, but I'm not brave enough to ask some of these fans where they've come from, who they're cheering for. But I don't know. Seems like a bit of a cheeky thing to do because they've come here to not be harassed by TV people. So it seems weird. What's happening out here? He's a fast walker, the guy in the pink shirt. Just go TC's in a second. Yeah, there you go. Oh, there we go. Cookie on a slow lap there, Tom, as well. There's no red flag. Oh, good. Just some slow lap times. Not a lot of cars out there, I believe. Oh, hello. Danny Camish. Love Dan Camish as well. Such a wonderful chap. Dan Zelos, who got the ride for the last weekend. I'm going to put my glasses on now, actually, as well, because it's got so damp. Oh, GTC Bastards as well. So then, Tom, what have you made of Brands Hatch? Because you've been on the Grand Prix layout this afternoon as well, haven't you? Is it really? Someone's got the beers up. Go on.
I'm not getting a lot from Tom's mic.
Oh, apparently we're not getting a lot from Tom's mic, so I'll pass him mine.
So it's like going on a Sunday walk through a forest, really, in your nearby village in the Yorkshire Dales. So, yeah, I do enjoy walking around there, but if it was my choice in terms of where to watch the races, Paddock Hill Bend is probably the best location to watch it. Particularly this sort of point when you're looking at drivers coming down through Paddock Hill Bend, the way they are doing. But when they come like side by side all the way down, it's going to be absolute. Well, it could be pandemonium because we have seen so many times a lot of incidents around this particular part of the circuit, especially on the opening lap. But it's where a lot of the overtakes are going to be done at. You know, if you get a really good drive coming out of clearways all the way down the Brabham Straight, and if you're alongside enough, when you're on the inside, you have the high ground because the driver on the outside is going to be offline and they're going to be declining later than you are. So if you get a good exit out of clearways, you've got a good chance of getting an overtake completed.
Megan, can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so there might be an issue. Oh,
Just making sure.
there you go. Can you, if I walk right, can you hear Tom talking now? So,
I cannot hear Tom right now, no.
Ingram just had a lock up into Druids.
Ingram just had a lock up into Druids, apparently.
I heard that. But that's not the mic. I think there must be something wrong with that specific mic.
But yeah, it looks like he could well be needing another set to get a good qualifying lap time in. Where is he now in the qualifying session? Because I haven't picked up on where he is on the lap.
Where is he, Megs? Where is he on the board? Ingram.
Ingram is in second.
Excellent. So you can hear Tom now, by the way.
Yes. Slightly.
Must be just a dodgy lead.
Yeah.
Excellent. Oh, yeah. So we've got to go over a bridge now. And when I see Paul O'Neill later on, I'm telling him I'm never trusting him again because he said it'd be cold and wet.
Shall we go Grand Prix layout for the end? Grand Prix layout for the end?
Grand Prix, yeah. Right, well, I mean, you've got the time, is what you're seeing.
So I'm seeing that same race down robots with a 3/10 of a second on Hilton
Having trouble again.
Right now, he clearly has a lot of confidence in the car, and you just see Moffat go up to third place now in his Toyota Corolla in the number 16. Morgan's up to fourth and Sutton down to fifth. So the track is clearly picking up now as the final 10 minutes commence in this qualifying session at Brands Hatch.
If anybody wants to invest in this, and thank you, Megan. Thank you, JT. If anyone wants to invest and get us some wireless mics, I'll be thoroughly appreciative because this is getting a bit silly now as well. Yeah, so, yeah, 3/10, 129.9. That's row bottom in there as well, which I think is quite astonishing actually coming into it as well. Thanks, JT, to come into it. So if I have JT that back, I'll take Tom's mic. And JT, if you go and have a look, I'll go try and fix this one. So you go out and I'll ask Tom to hold this one while I repair it.
So I'm just looking, it says free practice session 2 for this session. I initially thought it was qualifying for a moment, but it's actually not. But the thing is with this qualifying format, I think they put them into groups, and then the fastest set from each group go into what is essentially almost like a Super Bowl shootout or something like that. It's more complicated to explain it compared to other championships which I've watched. But, you know, like I say, the drivers have a good handle on this circuit. It's just, can they find the extra hundreds or thousands to get into the next part of qualifying on the back of what we are seeing here? But they don't want to waste too many tyres in this practice session because they will need 3 different sets for all 3 races tomorrow. And for qualifying, well, it depends how far into qualifying they go, but they could do with use like another 2 or 3 sets for them. So they don't want to waste too many tyres during these practice sessions before qualifying begins later today. So we're just seeing a couple more drivers coming through. There's Max Chilton getting out of the way of Doble. And then what towards Drew is there. And further down, I think that's Rowbottom coming through. Graham Hill Bend on the other side. And we've got someone who is on a slowdown now, heading through Paddock Hill Bend. That is Andrew Watson who's coming through. And Colin Turkinson following behind. And that looks like Halstead is come through as well.
We're going to have to share, Mike.
Okay, well, we can manage, can't we?
We can manage. The lead is properly buzzed, so JT, I know you can hear me. You'll have to bring your XLR mic to a cable tomorrow. Yeah, you have to bring your XLR. It's handy that he's back tomorrow.
Say again.
It's handy that he's back tomorrow.
Well, yes, because otherwise it's going to be more of a challenge for you to do the stream, wouldn't it? But there you go. We've got only about half a dozen minutes of this practice session still to go. And so, yeah, I think the drivers will be thinking about qualifying now. They won't be pushing hard now in the remaining minutes. I think they've seen the peak of the track conditions as far as we know. But it's a question mark as to what the conditions are going to be like later on.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you to be really cheeky. I'm going to ask, could you shove these in my backpack? All the cables, because the cable's knackered. So, yeah. Are you allowed to say that on air? I'm not too sure.
Possibly.
It's always something.
Did you
Yeah, go on,
accidentally
mate.
take the one that was broken?
No, it's an older one.
So
As I asked, yes.
we really do need to buy a new set of leads, because that's 2 that's gone down.
Yes, it's 2 that's gone. Yes, babe. So just getting rid of some cables. Yeah. It's not actually that bad because I have just realised that I've got an XLR headset in the car. So if needs be, I can use that for qualifying and JT can have the handheld. Thank you, Tom.
Thank you very much. So say again.
I said thank you for that.
No problem.
Right, how long we got left? So we'll do now is... Oh, cheers. 5 minutes. Will we get over there in time? Yeah, let's go. What I will do is just turn me up ever so slightly so that I can we can hear each other quite clearly now. Coming into it. Yeah, so I thought, oh dear, I'm not going on that. Loads of mud. I bet you didn't expect this today, Tom.
So I just got my headphones, so I might have to repeat the question again.
I said, I bet you didn't expect this today.
I mean, it's a huge turnout, isn't it? But now it's... I think when the cars go back in, we'll be able to see each other more. But that tells you about the engine noises. It's the reason why fans come here. It's a great day for the family to come out, especially at this time of the year. This is probably going to be the last track action, apart from the Formula Ford Festival, which has been held here in about a month's or so time. So, you know, they'll have a brilliant day tomorrow, and I'm sure it'll be a day to remember for all of them to put in their motorsport memoirs for the years to come, for generations to come. You know, parents, kids, grandparents who are here as well. And, you know, particularly for myself, motorsport has always been in my blood for the last 20 years. I just didn't expect this particular year to be a year where I end up going to a number of circuits. Obviously, I went to Donington this year, went to Goodwood, and went to Silverstone last weekend for a Club Car Championship event, which I was doing some presenting work for. And now I come here as a fan to see some British touring cars. I'll be honest, I haven't watched enough of it this year due to work, but whenever it is on, it's something you can't take your eyes off.
I'm with you on that. We're a bit out of breath, but we're going up. Even further. JT, are we going here over the bridge?
Fine.
No, do it now and quali. Let's do both. You ready for a climb? So, park the GAN plant once again. So yeah, I think a trip back to the car, JT. But, oh, watch your step. Oh. I don't know whose idea was the track walking practice too, though. But I love that feeling you get when a race car goes underneath you when you walk over a tunnel. But the best was certainly Formula One 2019. Thumping V6s underneath your foot over a bridge was fantastic. So, Tom, as JT runs off, tell us a bit about what's coming up for the rest of the year for you, because you're going to be having a week off finally, and then.
I mean, this year we've still got 6 Grand Prix to go. I'll be in the media building for those races, doing the login stuff within the digital media department, which will help contribute to the highlights when they go out.
Oh, so you always want to forget that so quickly?
Well, yeah. So I'm basically on a spreadsheet to log what is happening during the sessions, and I'm basically the first person in line before anyone else can find anything that is relevant for the highlights. So if there's like an accident on circuit or a major overtake during the race, it's my responsibility to log that on the spreadsheet so that my video editor or highlights editor can look at that spreadsheet, look at the time frame so they know what time those incidents happened, and then put it into the highlights video for when it goes out on the Formula 1 YouTube channel.
And that's always like about half an hour after the end of the race, isn't it?
It's a very quick turnaround. I mean, Dom Smith, who is the highlights video editor, he's been doing his job now for the best part of 7 years. He's very, very well trained. He's a very top guy, very, very quick. He's very quick at turning around for practice sessions, quick at turning around for quali. We'll have a look to see some drivers coming through Jurits actually, because we'll get an actual closer look. But yeah, back to what I was saying about Dom.
I'm told that this is the closest we'll ever come. And I think it's true. You can see the driver's eyes come through the corners as well.
Just look at the rear wheel, at how much it locks and how much they freewheel it through this corner.
So look at the three-wheeling when they lock it. JT's going to be on camera, Jay. So we've got coming up. I think it's one of the nappers. Oh, it's Scotty. Oh, it's Osborne. Here we go. Watch the rear locking.
So you could just see the right rear lifting off the ground whilst it's still rolling. The same for Sumpton has just come through there. Doble, although Doble had all 4 wheels out on the ground, yeah. I think whether it's all right to 3-wheel, I think it depends who you ask, really, because some cars will be set up differently to others in terms of the ride height. But it's not that it's a great deal because it's the slowest corner of the circuit anyway. So as long as you're not 3-wheeling all the way around the circuit, it doesn't really make too much of a difference.
Here we've got some more because behind us, here we go. Adam Morgan, who topped the session this morning. Yeah, that BMW 4-wheel drive gets it down. There's Jake Hill coming in. Flags out. Holstead goes through. And here comes Colin Turkington, king of this circuit. Always blocks my interviews, I don't know why. And there's Dan Camish. Super slow. Moffat, who I had an interview with, and Jade Edwards jumped on him. Tingram. Hey, Tom. Give him a little wave. I hope he's... Well, actually, we've actually planned to get in really early tomorrow for the pit lane walkabout. It's the only chance I'm going to get to interview the drivers at this rate.
Well, good luck with that. I was just thinking, actually, because I just want to take a moment to praise Colin Turkington for the career he's had in British touring cars, because he has the joint most British touring car titles with Andy Rouse, and I think it's Ash Sutton.
That's got 4? Yeah.
Sutton's got 4 as well. Turkington's got 4, and Andy Rouse, who older generations will remember him. He also won 4 British touring car titles, but Colin Turkington has won the most British touring car races, and obviously he goes into this, albeit with a mathematical chance. I mean, he's out of the running. He's not going to do it this year. But you know, I don't know what the future holds for him next year and the year after, but we'll wait and see.
Come on, Neil. Guy in the black t-shirt.
It almost looks like him, doesn't he?
No, Jason.
Sorry, about the from many years ago. Yeah, and it had definitely it's a really free hot there as well. But it's basically trying to have to embrace those kind of things. When loads do happen, how do you react to them? It's not one piece. And it's sometimes it's the downside. So that's one to the gap. It's just move on from it.
I can barely hear.
It's not like a religious right thing, but it's like a topic. You know, like one of the something like that. They're like quite recent session in Alien. And we got over here because like that.
Well, as he is now, it's 206 cents lunch break. So I think the better food with the phone. So find next week. The thing is that you can hear me. I can't hear my school. Which I found we're going back to we've got plenty of new students. We have got a show yeah, so that's the way to use it.
Okay, so take one on this one.
We can close box.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've watched that one when I was at Donington. It's really well built for doing that. All right.
Josh, if you can hear me, the mic is sounding muffled.
And to actually go through that, see it. I think you can really well.
Such a like character, but it's not that massively isolated. It's quite charming, but so probably benefiting. When I had my community, when I had payments, the white button, your proof means, okay, I think they really realized it when I went back to my no, I'd rather have this. I signed bed last night. Free. That didn't go away, and I literally said, I don't care. I said, Rick said, you know, one degree. It got so hot that the tires struggle to breathe. But it's getting cold enough that you're going to struggle to grip either. So the conditions really need. And just the Arrow can do 129.627 pre-practice. 25 back record. So the 10 quicker than that, 129.9. Good chat. When we get to that session this afternoon. But for now, we're going to go to the lunch break. Chat about our condition. I think balance play. About 40 minutes time. We're at first place for the weekend. We're going to jump this afternoon. And if we got Rocket 10 for the British Championship, 10 to 2, we're at that track activity. So we'll do the build up to that a few minutes beforehand. And then at 2:25 we go racing with the Virtue Mini Challenge, 20 minutes. Then we switch to qualifying, and then 3 o'clock, which is where I have break, and then there's the qualifying session, and 2 races tomorrow, and then for 55 minutes from 3:40 p.m. we'll have the British Touring Car Championship qualifying sessions. And after that, we'll run out the day with 2 more races. One before we get to British Town, we're running the rest of the line, and we're checking with
Joshua,
lots to see here and actually enjoy the sunshine. So to say, we'll do more of this as the weekend goes on. But if you've got any messages, if you've got any good luck messages to your favourite drivers that you'd like us to read out over the commentary, or the one that people here celebrating birthday or anniversary, or a shout out to our BTCC race meeting, then get in touch with us at Culture Box to we can Facebook doing these via Twitter, X, and you can send me a message with hashtag BHCosmos. So hashtag BHCosmos, just have that message, and then we have messages of this afternoon, also tomorrow, the day. From Alan, good name, and me here, we've got us.
Joshua. Bailey, I've been trying to tell you for 10 minutes that your mic is barely audible. Your mic has been very muffled ever since you went to that bit where all the cars were passing. I've been trying to tell you for 10 minutes we can barely hear you.
That mic has gone off.
That
Okay,
was
can you
better
hear me?
there. I can hear you now. I've been trying to tell you for 10 minutes.
Okay, I think we're back. Megan?
Yes, you are. Thank goodness. Ever since you went to that area, I don't know why, but something glitched in your mic somewhere, and I could barely hear you. I could barely make out some of the things.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, clearly. But it sounded
Okay.
like you had something muffled over the microphone for about 10 minutes.
Well, at least you can still hear us in a way. We'll deal with that as we go.
Yeah, it just needs to be really
Come
cleared
into
up.
it. Megs, can you still hear me? You have to
Yes.
give us reassurance that
Yes.
you're still on there every now and then.
I
Yeah,
can hear you.
I don't know if you saw, but we just ran into Mr. McLaughlin. I don't know, because you had him as your tutor, didn't you? Yes. I turned back and said hello.
Of all the places.
JT, I know you can hear her, but we're walking away from... Yeah, he's found us. So I'll ask Tom the question again then, because the mic cut off completely at the end of that.
Mhm.
Who's your pick for pole position?
I think it's going to be Dan Robotham.
Good call.
Yeah, I just think with what he did in the first sort of run, he was quite some way ahead of the field. He obviously didn't end the practice session fastest, but I think he's given himself a chance for later on.
And Megan, back at home,
Yeah?
so just out of curiosity, you've been watching the time screens and seeing all our pictures. You got any predictions for pole for what you've seen?
Sutton.
She said it, I just can't hear her.
Sutton!
Sutton, yes, so I couldn't hear her. It's this Brands Hatch circuit. You don't know what you're going to get anymore. And next year, I think I need what you need, Tom. Wireless.
Yeah.
Then I'll look, JT will rattle away and it still won't work. Well, technically wireless now, but the only thing is, it's the iWay connector. That's playing a bit up. Wow, it's uphill, isn't it? We made a mistake. Whew.
Quite something, isn't it?
Oh, blimey. Okay, so many people taking their seats in the grandstand area. It's gone cloudy now, so that few spots chance of rain could come up as well. If you watch Daz Black and his series Off the Hook, you might have just seen it's Will, isn't it? Just behind us. So we passed it. Will.
Well, okay. So who's that against?
You know Daz Black on YouTube?
Really, no.
Surprising.
It's bypassed me, unfortunately.
Megan said surprising. Well, we walked from up there to down below. We really have trekked. I probably look worse for wears as well. Yes.
You haven't done the real challenge until you sprinted from the bottom of Paddock to the top of Druids.
Watch yourself, JT, because this car's coming through. I'm being told not to go through the pit lane area. Even though one of us has passes. There's lunch. Right, these are the cars you were talking about, Tom.
Further down to the left-hand side, if we're walking this way, you can find one of Matt Neal's cars. Apologies for the music in the background, but we're coming up towards Matt Neal's car. I don't know which year it would have been from back then, but it's got a tribute of his father on the right rear corner of his machine, on the window. So we'll have a look. We'll have a look to see eventually, so that JT can have a look.
Yeah, we'll send JT over. Although they've put a barrier up now, or is that just bins? It's just bins. Oh, it really knocks the stuffing out of you, that as well. I'm not used to doing track walks like that. Usually I find a location and stick to it. JT, because he's here, has made me walk. He will be fired shortly after this weekend. Yeah, thanks. Nah, I kid, of course. But lunchtime means that everybody's coming out. Now, keep your eyes open, Tom, if you spot anybody, TV or driver related. We will dart straight over and have a word. Now, here are the wonderful cars. We've got the wonderful Ford from the 1980s coming out, some more rally cars, a Red Bull car, make of that what you will. Double checking that Megan can still hear me.
Yes.
Good. JT's already set off. There's the Napa garage. Griffin, look, there it is. With the rest in peace. So this is Matt's car. They've opened up the bonnet, which is what I can't wait. I could do with a beer after this. I don't know about you two.
This is it. So his father, Steve. Matt Neal's father, Steve, is named on here. You can just see it there. So that's really touching of him. It's a Ford Mondeo, I think it is, as well, which was quite a common feat in British touring cars back in those days. But yeah, it was nice to see. Now, I didn't even realise it until I saw it. But yeah, Matt Neal must have been a rather young man back in those days. So putting a tribute. I don't even know when Steve had passed away, to be honest with you. By the way, it's nice to see that on the car in tribute of him.
And we're doing that. JT, let's get in here for a second and take a look. Put the camera right in. Ignore the sweaty hair that I've just realised I've got. Your hair has not moved an inch.
I know. It's because I put gel in it this morning. Yeah.
Cheat. Look at that. Beautiful machinery. And the old school fire extinguisher as well, locked in. Still got the rear seat, but no seat in it. And the roll cage. And just looks absolutely beautiful, doesn't it, as well? Absolutely. And a juxtaposition with Sam Tordoff's car just alongside us there.
Oh, I do like, actually.
The TV app.
Volvo. Yeah, the Volvo.
GWR.
I just love the sort of sharper sort of edged sort of rear ends with the rear wings on the back of it. Obviously got the exhaust. It's just something.
You just like that. Just like that.
Yeah, it almost looks like a what do you want to call it? Obviously it's air for sort of flow in to keep the driver cool inside. But yeah, it kind of imagine like, you know, drinking booze or something. You just sort of stick booze inside so the driver can drink it, like Ben's drink it.
I don't drink often, but I really want a pint. That's something. But can we have a look at it, actually? There's no car alarm, obviously, but that is ridiculous. Look, it's just literally like what do you call it? At a hospital.
So that goes all the way.
Have you had a look?
It goes all the way to the engine cover here. So it goes somewhere. So you can just see that pipe.
You can check it out.
See the pipe flowing underneath. You might not see it because of the white crush structure. Yeah. So you can just see it. It goes all the way through to the engine cover, and I think it comes maybe around about sort of this section here. Obviously, it's hard to tell because I can't really see where the pipe is.
Oh, Megs, press button 7, by the way.
So yeah, you can just maybe see it coming through the engine cover. I think it maybe goes through there, sort of where that white sort of block is, where what you call it. But that tells you everything you need to know about the machinery of something like this. That is at least 30 years old, I would have thought.
Last time I saw a touring car like that, Tiffany Dell was driving it around like crazy. I see Bea. I also see Chloe, do you?
Well, I can't quite see Chloe over there yet. But... All right. Well, I was going to say, I can see, you know, Nikki, who is often doing photography work around here whilst her whilst her boyfriend Don Wheatley's racing in minis. She's here as well, I can see.
Yes, I see her. Hello, we've got drivers on. Turn around, JT. We can interrupt it.
Right. Good afternoon. to Brands Hatch to the Bristol Street Motors and Virgin.
So who have we got on there? Because there's no England. It's the minis.
It's minis, yeah.
You can hear me right, Megs, can't you?
Yes.
We on full screen?
Yes.
Lovely. Just like to, visual dialogue. Megan's virtual producer. Now, do excuse me while I look around, because I'm just trying to double check to see if we see anybody. Yeah, JT's nudging me and telling me to go this way. So, you'll know the lady just walking there. That's not Anne Bradshaw, is it? Because she's that from the front, maybe, but not from the back. Never mind. It's not Annie.
It's Anne Bradshaw, I think it is, but I think that name does ring a bell. Think of it. If she is there, I know some friends of mine who have mentioned her in the past because I think she used to work with Williams many years back.
She's been everywhere.
Yeah, I think hadn't she been involved in the work with W Series as well?
Yes, and now I think is in F1 Academy. Helicopter coming in for the medicals. Into it all. No idea how long we got left.
Okay.
So we just run around because it's lunch break now. So everyone comes around. Meet and greet with Jason Plato at 1:50. What time is it now, JT? I'm not waiting around for all the lunch hour. I don't think our batteries can last. To come into other... Well, the EP's only got 1% left. That's also not in, by the way. That's going to fall out.
I'm going to get off now anyway.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Tom.
Thank you very much. And best of luck to all the drivers this weekend. For one last time in 2024, we've got 3 races, so enough chances to get it right. If you want my prediction, who's going to win the championship tomorrow, I think because of the experience, I'm going to say Ash Sutton. I think he'll probably make British touring car history this weekend.
Tom, you've gone brave. Thank you very much for coming and saying hello, and thanks very much, Mr. B.
No problem, Josh. Thank you very much, and thank you everyone for taking the opportunity to watch the stream and listen to what I need to say.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you, Tom. We'll let you get off, and I think we will hang around the ITV crew a little bit. Should we come this way, walk this way, talk this way? The good thing now is actually as well that Megan can still hear me, right?
Yes.
Excellent. JT, should we have a look at some race overalls? Because this looks absolutely fantastic. I'm also double checking because I got told to watch out for David Addison to come through. Look at these proper old school race suits. Megan, you've just got your money in. Can I borrow £1,700 for
No.
some
No,
overalls?
you cannot.
But look. We're not here
No.
called WhatsApp. Let's go in. I don't usually, but it looks absolutely fantastic in here as well. JT, just take a look at that. Absolutely fantastic. I love this shop. Look at it. Porsche helmets, wheels. Okay, Megan's not. Racing boots. Centre pictures. This is amazing as well. Tell you what, that's fantastic. That's not very much information from me over on the broadcast side of things, is it? Feels like Ginger Pete's always around everywhere. Right, let's find. Can you hear me, Max?
Yes.
Good. Right, there we go. Spam sweets. Oh no, that's not the entry. Paul told me the way into. Not Paul. Richard told me the way into the comms box, and for the life of me, I can't remember how to get in. It's somewhere. You go up, over, and then up the building. So it's all the way around there. I'm sure we'll find out when we badger Paul O'Neill about it as well. But all looks good, and I think we've run out of drivers, JT, unless you can spot anyone walking around. Kind of think we'd like to stop and get some pre-recorded bits for tomorrow's pre-show. Everyone loves to get on here. So I think we'll sign off now and get some bits ready for the pre-show for tomorrow's race coverage. I'm just darting around out of eye shot. There's nobody else that we've got. So, qualifying at, what is it, 3:15? It starts at 3:40, does it? Yeah, depending on delays. About 3:15, we'll come on air, we'll get all of it. I'm off for a pint. So I shall see you in a couple of hours' time. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.